This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you want. This is what you want. Don't you want it, baby? That's right. Welcome to Nerf News from the Owl Rat, Season 2, Episode 23. And today's really disheartening news is Gavin Fuzzy getting his first, well, maybe not his first Magstrike, but his Magstrike. First Icon Series Magstrike, and it's shooting like that. Semi-auto. Ugly. Now, I know this may sound like a defect broken out of the box, right? But, you know, it mechanically functions that every time you fire, it raises one up and fires, and raises one up and fires, and raises one up and fires. Oh, God. I hope they did not turn it semi-auto. And if they did, that's awful. Do you guys remember the original Dart Tag commercials for the Magstrike? I do. When it came in red and it came in blue. Right. And they were advertising it as it shoots like one shot at a time. But when people got it and loaded it, people were like, oh, cool, it's full auto. Well, now, maybe they thought this was fixing the problem by making it semi-auto, but no. This is so awful. Oh, I just hope they don't mess up the Stampede. So, they're going to come out with a Stampede model, too. How bad do you think they're going to fuck it up? And if they can, where will they fuck it up? Leave me a comment in the comments section, because I would really like to know what you have to say about that, because this is so disappointing. This is so terrible. Well, anyway, off to the news, shall we? Well, this is from Alpaca XJ. I kind of see this as a... from Nerf Leak Lovers over on Facebook. I kind of see this as a big fuck you from Hasbro, because everybody went out and bought the yellow one, and it's just too bright. They came out with a blue one now, yay! Which is cool, except for everybody bought the yellow ones already. And, you know, I like blue. I like blue, just like I like gold. But, and it's that adventure, it's that Zombie Strike blue that they came out with, which looks really cool. But you know what? It's kind of a big FU. Like, why didn't they just come out with this first? I don't understand. Just terrible, 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 terrible. A lot of news about Hasbro this week, along with including the Alpha line, of course. These things, of course, suck, but Alpha line, I think, probably might even be worse. And he says it right there. Fuck Hasbro. So Jared Guinness did a review, just like he did on the Jupiter, just like he did on the Mercury, on the new Alpha line. And he was talking about basically how it's got more economics to it. It's more of a target set, kind of a feature set to it. Very simple colors, very simple everything. He showed us off all this stuff. This is like their Jolt kind of blaster. This is kind of their four-shotter that's very similar to a quad rod. But you can see it's very, very basic, simple, no paint whatsoever. It's just very simplistic looking blasters, you know. And, you know, very simple trigger mechs, very simple everything. But this is going to go for like $2. That little four-shotter that we just saw is going to go for like $5. It has a little draw handle to it, and it's got this AR assembly, but I don't think that this Smart AR is going to be disassemblable. I don't, which is kind of a drag. Also, it seems like that could hurt, you know. I've seen them hit and miss with the perforated grips. The ones on, like, let's say, the Messenger were pretty good, which this looks a little bit more like the ones on the Messenger, actually. But whenever you try stuff like this, like on a split strike, it doesn't feel that good, you know. And I also see perforations on this handle here, and yeah. So, what is this for? Obviously, this is obviously to compete with Zero, to compete with Adventure Force, all them, where all the kids are going to that, because they don't really need like a $60, $70, $80 advanced blaster. They want something that's, you know, costs as much as water guns. I mean, you're a kid, yeah, why not? And they're trying to get that market share. But do I think it's going to be very moddable? I think you might be able to fit like maybe a 9K, 10K spring in there, but I don't think it's going to be anything great. They do shoot like normal Nerf velocities from what I hear. But as for seeing it mod meets and stuff, probably not as much. But the only paint you see on this is the Nerf logo. That's it. That's all you see is the Nerf logo. That's it. Which I think is really, really interesting. The double barrel shotgun thingamajig goes for something like, I think it goes for like what, $10. The yeah. So here's a wider shot right here. These are going for like $5. I think that's going for $5. Yeah. So they basically targeting sets. And the other nice interesting thing about it is the ammo is going to be cheaper. What is this ammo going to be? Is it going to be like waffle head ammo or a new kind of ammo? Or is it going to be elite ammo, just a lot cheaper? I mean, we all know elite darts have been pretty expensive for what they are. So maybe they came up with a solution for that. That's a really interesting thing about it. And I got to shut up one of my Facebook people because they're talking way too much. I'm trying to shoot the news! So one cool thing I did see this week is this is the HCE opened up. We all wanted to see the HCE opened up because it was like the water gun, but they made it the pistol, and oh, it's a big Desert Eagle thingamajig. You got your 2 orange pieces in the front, and then this. It does look like a hot shock tube, yes. It doesn't have the drawback on it, which is kind of a drag. And what I mean by that is when, let's say, you have a blaster, let's say like this, okay, and you can move up the tube and move this up. You know what I'm saying? So, better example, you can move up the tube and move this up right here. And what that does is it makes it so you have more volume. So when you draw this back, the tube's more forward, and you got another ½ inch of travel. Well, I can see that you can probably move the tube up to, let's say, use a heavier spring, but not really to change the volume. This is pretty much fixed in here. You can put a stronger spring in here, and I do see some modding potential, but not as much as I see a hot shock. And the reason for the hot shock is you can actually move the tube up on the hot shock and get more air area to fire the blaster. But this might be good for maybe a sub 200 blaster, maybe something like an Ultramatch Firestrike kind of thing. You know, a good, powerful blaster. But I was happy to see this. This does look really cool. It looks like it's real easy to take down, just like a Firestrike. It basically looks like a big Firestrike with a bigger tube, yes. But it's going to look like a Desert Eagle, booga, 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 booga. You see, because when you move it up, this was originally 1 3/4. Now it's 2 1/3. And they do this for obvious reasons. They do this so when a kid has it, they can't go, hey, Mommy, look at this. I'm going to crush my fingers. No, nothing like that. You see it like that. I mean, I could do it with the Bird of Prey. I could show you. Anybody got 50? I'll tell you what, 50, I'll pull this back and crush my fingers with it. 100, I'll even shoot myself with it. Yeah. Any takers? Any takers? So I am happy to say, however, that the Terminator shell coming out from Worker is coming in clear blue. Thank God, because I think the clear by itself was just a little too Kmart-ish for me. Wow, you know, I think it's just too blocky. You know what I mean? I think this long shot shell is it's too blocky. Even though everybody's been anticipating Worker making a long shot shell for a long time, we all know what kind of pirates that Jet Blasters was to everybody, the public, to Explorer who originally made this, and you know there was a big fight between Explorer and them with the dimensions on the inside not changing and them wanting to go with different colors and different things. They wouldn't let them do it because they had this contract with Explorer and everything else. And now they're not making these anymore at all. But this was $60 plus $20 shipping. You want to know how much this is going to be? MA? $133 for shipping. That's fucking ridiculous. Hell, you know, $17 more. I can probably make a blaster. No bolt sled. Uses a brass tube. All the parts out of polycarbonate and Delrin. And make a nice breech. It's like either the Orange Modworks breech or the Stuka's breech, where it's reinforced in the back so it doesn't break. Yeah. And just go bolt sledless, where this just ties into 2 metal 1/4 inch rods. up into there, and boom, there you are. And you can probably do 18.5, Worker 20, Worker 22, Orange Bar Works 20, no problem. And I could probably make something like that for $150 if I had enough customers and everything else. Okay, the big thing is that, one, they want to keep this bolt sled. Everybody wants to keep the bolt sled. Why? It's a machine part that costs a lot of money. Obviously, they're making a good profit on that if they want to keep it. And number two, it's just too big. It's too bulky. I mean, at least when I saw the e-bike accidentally leaked the Jet Ace, it was a little more streamlined looking. The stock was adjustable, but not as adjustable as everybody wanted. It had that tilt-up design, but I can see all sorts of issues with that. But it at least looked more sleek. This thing looks like a big fucking 2x4. And I don't know, in terms of unpopular opinion, but really, it is. The nice thing about the Zeus, and I like the Zeus, is because it's streamlined, okay? It's got the pick and rail on it on the top. It integrates the shotgun grip, and it gives you a different stock of this big blocky square long shot stock. And it looks really good with long barrels. It works really well with good sight systems and slings and everything else. And you no longer have to glue this pick and rail on there. Which was often a variable if you modified a long shot shell to have the shorter, you took the top rail off and put a pick and rail on. This is at least one piece. I know it's not going to go anywhere, you know. So, and this has a pick and rail too, and it's got internal prime, but, you know, they could have done so much more with this shell. I am actually kind of disappointed. It's not clever like the Prophecy was and looks, and I don't even think that this stock moves. No, this stock doesn't move at all. That's just a fixed stock, guys. Yeah. So you got this big, huge, humongous. Not cool, man. Not cool. It doesn't ring for me, man. It doesn't. I don't know. May it ring for you. I know you got a lot of pro worker yeehaws out there that think that that's just great and wonderful, but I will admit, it's probably not a bad shell. It probably is a really good shell. You want to know how much one of those assembled is? Well, not assembled, but all the parts to make a long shot? $300. Ugh, ridiculous. See, I think that we need to jump on making an affordable long shot that can do 18.5, or long shot's going to lose a market share. Seriously. They really are. So my friend, Howdy, Lego DEI, he's a Caltech grad, was working on the inexpensive Chronograph project. Originally $30, I don't know where it is right now. But here's the first prototype right here. And he added a rate of fire counter. So not only is it a Chronograph with a shot counter, it also has a rate of fire counter. So he's trying to do it with his hand, and it's just not really that fast. So he goes and gets a drill, and so yeah. So that's pretty cool. So imagine if you had this box available, $30 for us to get a chrono, and we don't have to worry about, like, you know, spending, like, you know, $60, $100. Or getting one of those, like, wimpy little airsoft ones that the dart always bounces around. You can never get consistent readings. Yeah. You know, you got one that's open top that you can shoot all ammo across. You can just shoot across the, yeah, and there it is. Yeah. So it looks like finally a really good, affordable solution for a Chronograph. And I think that that's a really cool thing. And I know he's been pushing for that for a long time. And he went on all the boards and everything, and he got his Kickstarter going. And it looks like his Kickstarter got funded. So we'll be seeing that in the future too. So Jason Ho on Nerf Mars Welcome had this rough crew prototype to show us. Something really cool. Yes, it's shooting weak. It's shooting 50, 60 feet per second. I'm thinking we can get some upgrade springs to upgrade this, hopefully. But check this out. Watch this. Watch this. So you can open that up. And I guess you need that open breech there, but check this out. And I'm sure we can come up with something much more sophisticated than this that can hook on the top rail. Look at that. Watch this. Check. Cool. Just what we need. Tube-fed Maglo trilogy. This is what it should have been. Okay. Okay, Hasbro, number one. Why couldn't you just made it this way to begin with? You could have put this down here, put the grip a little lower here, put the top, this tube on the top here. That way you have gravity working for you. Or you could have had an ejector system that when you prime it forward, it goes forward and then back. It has a pusher that not only closes the breech but brings it down as well. Not that hard to do, Okay? How many shotguns do we have that are tube fed? Really now? Okay, sure, it might have costed more money, but it wouldn't have been a total fucking flop either. And it would. And if you're gonna change the shells other than the sledge fire, let's not make it single shot. But here we are, multi-shot shotgun. This is great. It's a little bit like an RCBS, but you got to play around with it a little bit. You got to point it down, load it, then fire it. Okay, that's cool. But at least we have some repeatable action with this shotgun, as where before we didn't. So, Jason Ho, Nerf Mods, welcome. I really like this. I think this is really, really cool development. I think if you can, work on something that's like 3D printed that works on the whole thing, and that would be really cool. I think people would like it. I think there's some advancements that can be done, like spring loading on this. Maybe something that you lock back of the slow light spring. You put these in, and then you lock it back forward. Maybe like that. I don't know. And then maybe something that pushes it down as it goes in. Or something that's slanted as it goes in. I don't know. We're ingenuitive people. We'll figure it out, right? But this gave me some hope. I looked at this and I was real happy. So, until next time, this is Chris Cartaya saying, don't you go changing, or I'll find you. And this has been Nerf News from Our Ranch, Season 2, Episode 23. You stay classy, Nerf community. Or else.